Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now today, obviously we're talking about a balloon, specifically a spy balloon, and then just like seemingly a normal balloon that was just like for like a hobby or something. Uh, so NORAD picked up the balloon, and everyone's a little nervous. It's 2024, tensions are higher than ever, both in the U.S. and out in like pretty much everywhere in the world. Everything's tensions are high. It's just how it is, unfortunately, and it sucks that we kind of like live in this situation where most of our world leaders are kind of just acting like children all the time over quite literally nothing and then handling nothing properly ever at all. And as citizens, I mean, we're more or less just like the fodder as a result of a war, which is very unfortunate because we see that all the time. We're seeing it right now in the current Ukraine situation and situations all over the globe right now. Actually, this isn't like a new thing for us to do with balloons. Balloons aren't really, the 2023. We found what was likely to just be an actual spy balloon from, it was identified to be from China, and China obviously came out and was like, hey guys, you kind of look like you're overreacting there. I don't. It's not a big deal. One of our balloons just went off course, and that's odd because the balloon was found to be capable of maneuverability remotely, and then of course it had a metric shitload of a bunch of like cameras and surveillance intelligence equipment all over it, right? Like an actual metric shitload of it, to the point where it was like, hey, this thing might have just been spying on us the whole time. Like it was just up there spying on everyone. Now, China isn't exactly new to, we'll say, from our perspective, absurd methods of surveillance or intelligence gathering. They kind of go to the extreme, in my opinion, when it comes to their citizens and getting everyone, kind of checking in on everyone. They have a social credit system, and they pretty much track everything you do, from how often you travel, how often you're eating, what you're buying, what you're consuming, what you are like eating, your hobbies, stuff like that, and they rate you, which is kind of invasive and very obviously. I mean, just from hearing that, you could tell that would probably take a toll on your mental health. The idea of having something to watch over you all the time, that probably stress you the hell out all the time because you're constantly being monitored. It's like being on a Twitch stream like 24/7, like a subathon, but it never ends. It never goes away. And you're being rated, and it influences your life, your jobs, everything. It influences everything if you sway one way or another. And it's a daunting thought for most people, and it's definitely a daunting thought for a lot of citizens over in China. And I'm not here to like sit here and try to tell a country how to run its country, but I mean, it's obviously, when we get one of their balloons with a shitload of surveillance equipment, it kind of looks bad on them, and then for them to come up and be like, hey guys, you were overreacting, after the balloon was found to be maneuverable on its own. And it's not like someone came out and let one of us, like, let someone know over in the US, was like, hey, we lost this balloon, we think it might have gone over this way, just let us know if you see it, right? That would be the responsible thing to do, because you have, if that, say something happens to it and it falls, it's just gonna land somewhere, and probably in a populated area. That's the concern. Specifically, I mean, hitting a populated area is pretty bad because it causes damage and it hurts people, and then it looks like an attack. It looks worse for you. And that kind of forward thinking, I guess, just wasn't there if it really was an overreaction on the US's part. Because, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Now, NORAD found this balloon literally just like a couple days now, and they intercepted it, and they got up close because obviously, I mean, we're having high tensions throughout the world, and shit's kind of crazy. It is what it is. And NORAD intercepted it, and they found it was like a 2 foot by 2 foot like cube. They don't know what the payload in it is, but they said that it was, it doesn't seem to be able to move on its own, and it's probably just like a hobby balloon. Like, those are a thing. I was kind of like, I didn't really believe it, but I guess there are people who do that. And the size of it was like kind of like, made everyone nervous, obviously. But shit like this comes up, and it's just a matter of time until unfortunately one thing looks like another, and for China it just doesn't look good. And as far as I'm understanding, they haven't made a statement, which I mean would make sense for them to make if Nora themselves, the ones who intercepted it, said that it was like just like a hobby balloon. So it's not really, they're saying it's not really a big deal. Now, there's a lot of speculation going on about how it, I wouldn't say a lot of speculation. There's a vocal minority that are saying that it's still suspicious and that we should still look into it. And I mean, I kind of get where they're coming from, but we jumped on this thing right away. Like, we didn't, we weren't watching it for a while just to see what happened and no one did anything. We jumped on it right away. I feel like we had a pretty fast response to it as opposed to what happened last time with the actual like looking like a spy balloon. That was a little delayed, and there was a lot of people calling for this balloon to be shot down specifically over on Twitter. There was even a trending hashtag shoot down the balloon. And I thought that was pretty funny because we didn't even take the time. As soon as that thing was up there and we all recognized it, we were like, get that motherfucker out the fucking sky. And I thought that was fun to see. And there was a bunch of people like really jumping on it. And there was a lot of people instantaneously blaming China. And I don't like, considering how bad it looked for them last time, I don't entirely blame them. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. It's just one of those things. I thought I'd cover it because a couple of people could be seeing like news headlines, and I just wanted to cover it. This actually came from ABC News, is where I got my primary source. It's the most updated source as far as I know as of today, actually, at the time of recording this, February 24th. And I believe they posted this around like 1:30 p.m. today. So I was waiting to really say anything, and this wasn't really going to be a thing I was going to talk about because I don't really cover topics like this when it's very vague and nothing is very concrete. But it seems that now that we've wrapped this up and we've determined that it's not really a huge deal, we can just kind of ignore it. But, things like this, I mean, they're always going to put someone on edge. They're always going to put a country as a whole on edge if there are prior instances, and that's just going to happen regardless. And that's fine. It's just part of life. That's just, you have a bunch of people in a country, and the majority doesn't exactly agree with the majority of another country. And that's fine. It's just how it is now. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I have a Discord server linked below where we hang out and play Helldivers. I haven't played a whole lot in there. I'm trying to get more and more in there and be a little more active, but I got some personal stuff going on. I got my own life. I got things I got to do. I suppose other people do. So if you want to join that, hang out. I got plenty of other videos, not just covering more boring topics. I feel like this is a boring topic for me. I'll link the article below as well. And subscribe, stick around. Again, I got plenty more other videos I'm working on. And like if you like it, dislike it. And I have been talking about another balloon. See ya.